Hi everyone, it's Christina and I have a finished pocket letter to share with you today. This is a recipe themed pocket letter and I am swapping with Irene, and she is Crafty Irina here on YouTube. So I'll just get started. I did the edge here with some really cool ribbon. It's a spoon, a fork, and a knife ribbon that I glued on the side, and then just added some green ribbon here. These are those canning jar die cuts that were available at Michael's a while back. So I just used my white gel pen and wrote Recipe Pocket Letter Swap made for Irene by Christina Betts. And I have a stamp that says Love You More Than Chocolate, so I stamped it in white, embossed it. Then I have this really cool clear plastic huge canning jar die cut that I put on the front. And I was in a recipe junk journal swap years ago, and this was included in it, so I thought I would add it in this recipe pocket letter. And what I did, though, because I love this shape, I traced it onto a big thick piece of craft chipboard, and that way I've always got the template. So it came like this with the doily and this little Kiss the Cook sticker and this eyelet trim and this flower. This here says Home Sweet Home. And then here, let's just go through the first row. This little pocket, she's so cute. I'll bring it out and I'll show you. This little girl, and she is holding her letter, and a little doggy, and the little saying says, of the many nice things that I would say in the message I'm sending you today, remember, my dear, though the words are few, I'm sending the best, dear. I love you. Now I'm using a new camera. It's a new used camera, and I'm finding it's not doing those really nice close-ups like my other camera has done in the past. The reason I'm looking for a new camera is my other camera, if you were looking at my video on the computer, you'll see my video and then it's black here and it's black there, and I want my videos to be the full screen. So my other camera doesn't offer that, and this camera I'm using, which is a Samsung, is the full screen. But I noticed that I hear this little tiny noise in the background, so if you're really quiet, like I won't speak for a second, and I can hear this kind of like going dee dee dee. I don't know, there's this noise, and so now I don't know if I like this camera either. And it doesn't do those really super close-ups. So I'm probably going to be on the hunt for another camera. Alright, so this pocket has got these wonderful metal hanger embellishments that I love making. So this one says Thankful. And then there's just a little pocket here, and I can stick something in there. It says What's Cooking. And then this comes out, it says Top Secret, and I suppose you could, I don't know, maybe write something there, put a top secret recipe or top secret tip in there. This pocket says hello, because this is me, haha, this is me calling Irene, and I'm going hello, hello, hello. I's ringing you to say I'm sending love and kisses, and they are on the way. Alright. So the next row, or the middle row, I added some lace trim, and then made like a little hanging sign here. I added these little metal thingies, whatever they're called. And it says, Bless, O Lord, this food we're about to eat. I added these little beautiful colored houses. It says Faith, Hope, Love, and Joy. These little bushes and trees in the background. The background papers, I didn't do anything to them because you'd never see anyways with all this stuff going on. And here is a little girl. She's at her sewing machine. There's a dress form in the back, and that kind of reminds me of Irene, because I know Irene likes to sew. Then here in the bottom row, this pocket, there is a die cut of a dress form. And I can't remember where I got these. I have to cut them out. I don't buy them this way, I think. Either I found this, Googled images. I may have purchased them, though. But I love them. And I have a rolling pin here, so I wrote Cook with Love. There's a doily in the background. That's supposed to be me cooking with my chef's hat on and my special recipe, and I put my special recipe in the back. And this one here says, "Cooking is like love. It should be entered into abandon or not at all." That's a quote by Julia Child. And this little photo of this little girl definitely looks like she's cooking with abandon. And I have a whole bunch of cooking stickers, so I stuck this frying pan here, and she's shaken salt into there. So that's the front. I'm going to show you the back. And each pocket in the back has this cut out, or this background, which I purchased on Etsy. So they're just old. It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet that I purchased for about $3, and the whole sheet looks like that, so I cut it up to fit in each pocket for the background. But you can't see most of them because I have it covered except for this one. So in here I have a little file folder, and I added Made in Canada because the chocolate inside is made in Canada. And here, this was my letter pocket, but Irene already has a few letters of mine already, so I thought I would just put the currently pocket here, or the currently card, and just currently what I am watching and reading and listening, making, feeling, planning, loving, and enjoying. And this pocket is the tea pocket, and that's like a little treat bag, that I put the tea bag in. And there are some metal charms. And here another little treat bag with some of these die cuts, or these, they're not, it's not chipboard, it's just paper, and I cut them out. So I added some of those and a few other things. A couple of little mini file folders with my favorite recipes in there, and some recipe cards. And then I also made, out of a paper bag, this paper bag, I buy a whole bunch of them at the dollar store. It looks like this, and they're not $1, they're $2. So there's 25 bags in here, and what I do is I just take the bag and fold it and cover it with some pretty pattern paper here and here and in the back. And this is how it turned out. And I keep it together by this ribbon. So I added a star and thankful, and that's the back. And the paper that I used for this paper bag pocket and all the background papers was by October Afternoon, and it's called Modern Homemaker. And lots of really fun, bright papers in this pack. So I'll have to ask Irene, because I have an extra pad. I'll have to ask Irene if she doesn't have this, if she'd like it, because I will send that to you, Irene, if you're watching. Okay, so in this pocket, I've got tons of little file folders. I also have a tag. And it says "For you," and there's a recipe in here. And this file folder says "Good Eats" with a recipe. And this file folder says "Kiss the Cook" recipe, and some of these cutouts. So that's my recipe pocket letter. So much fun to make. They're quite easy because you don't have to rack your brain. You just find some fun paper. I start adding recipes, anything that's recipe themed, and then that's that. So it went together fairly quick. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I love your comments. I read them all, and I hope you're all having a great day. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.